Hey, Clear Professionals, welcome back to Beyond the Badge. I just finished reading this book by John Maxwell, The 5 Levels of Leadership, and I couldn't stop thinking about this community. And I couldn't stop thinking about the cleared space specifically because here's the thing. Maxwell wrote this book for the business world, for corporate America, for executives and managers and CEOs, but everything that he said, I think it maps perfectly onto what we deal with every single day in defense, intelligence, and government contracting. So today, we're breaking down all 5 levels, and more importantly, we're answering 2 questions that I think every clear professional needs to sit with. Number 1, where are you right now? And number 2, are you actually operating at the level that you think that you're at? Or are you stuck lower than you realize? Because here's what I've seen over and over again in this industry. People who are technically at a higher level but are still leading or not leading like they are at a lower one. So let's get into it. All right, level 1, Maxwell calls this the position level. The key word here is rights. People follow you because they have to. You have the title, you have the job description, you are the supervisor on paper, and in the cleared world, this is incredibly common. You get promoted, you get the lead engineer title, you get the program manager role, and suddenly you think, okay, I'm a leader now. But Maxwell is very clear here. The position doesn't make you a leader, it gives you a starting point. And here's the cleared world version of this. You've seen it. The person who gets the lead role and immediately starts leading with authority instead of influence. Do it because I said so. Do it because I'm the lead. Now, they may not say that exactly, but their countenance, you can feel it on them. And the team, they comply, but they're not bought in. In fact, they're probably frustrated. They're not giving you their best, okay? They're doing the minimum to get through their day. That's level 1, leadership in action, okay? Now, there's nothing wrong with starting here, okay? We all start here, but the mistake is staying here. And a lot of cleared professionals stay here longer than they should because the culture rewards compliance. It rewards hierarchy. It rewards stay in your lane, if you will. So if you're in a leadership position role right now and your team is just doing what they're told and nothing more, you might be operating at level 1, even if your title says otherwise. Level 2, this is the permission level. The key word here is relationships. And this is where things start to shift a little bit, okay? At level 2, people follow you because they want to, not because they have to, because you've taken the time to actually connect with them. You know their names, you know what they're working on, you know what they care about, you listen, you observe, you serve. In the cleared world, this is harder than it sounds. We work in a compartmented environment, if you will, okay? We work on classified programs where you can't always talk about what you're doing. The culture is not naturally warm and fuzzy, but the cleared professional who's figuring this out and figuring out how to build relationships inside of those constraints, they become the people everybody wants to work with. They become the person leadership calls when a new contract spins up. They become the person who gets pulled into the room when decisions are being made. Relationships are currency in this industry, and level 2 is where you start building that account. Ask yourself, do the people around you actually want to work with you, or are they just tolerating you because the contract requires it? Level 3, the production level. The key word is results, and this is where credibility gets built. At level 3, you're not just liked, you're effective. You produce, you deliver. You are the person on the team who gets things done and other people can see it. Maxwell talks about momentum here, and I love this for the cleared space. He says momentum is a leader's best friend because once you have it, it solves 80% of your problems. Think about that in the context of a program. When a team has momentum, when deliverables are hitting, when the customer is happy, when the mission is moving, everything feels easier, right? Problems get solved faster, people are more engaged, and the leader that creates momentum, well, that's the person who gets noticed. That's the person who gets the next opportunity, and that's the person whose name comes up when the next contract award happens. But here's the trap at level 3. A lot of cleared professionals get here and then they stop. They become a high performer, the go-to person, the one who always delivers, and they never move beyond it, okay? They are so focused on producing, I should say, that they never start developing others. They become a ceiling instead of a ladder for people around them, which brings us to level 4. Level 4 is the people development level, okay? The key word here is reproduction. And this is where real leadership lives. At level 4, your greatest contribution is no longer what you produce. It's who you develop. Maxwell says the most appreciable asset in any organization is its people. And the leader at level 4 understands that. They recruit well, they position people in their strength zones, and they equip them, not just by telling them what to do, but by showing them, walking alongside them, and eventually letting them run on their own. In the cleared world, this looks like the senior engineer who takes the junior engineer under their wing, the program manager who teaches their team how to communicate with the customer, not just how to complete a task, the team lead who documents processes so the knowledge doesn't walk out the door when the contract ends. And here's why this matters for your career specifically. When you develop people, you become irreplaceable in a different way. Not because you're the only one who can do the work, but because you're the one who makes everyone around you better. That is the kind of person that the program managers fight over. That is the kind of person that companies build succession plans around. That is the kind of person who gets called first when a new program stands up. If you're a senior cleared professional and you're not actively developing someone right now, you're leaving impact on the table. Full stop. And that's where level 5 comes in, okay? The pinnacle. The key word here is respect. And Maxwell is honest here. Most people never get here, and that's okay. Level 5 leaders are followed because of who they are and what they've built over a lifetime. Their reputation precedes them. Their name carries weight. People follow them not because of a title or a relationship or even results, but because of the legacy that they've created. In the cleared world, you know these people. They're the ones who have been in the community for 20, 25, 30 plus years, okay? They're the ones who've built teams, developed leaders, delivered on mission after mission, okay? The ones who get names mentioned in rooms they're not even in. You might not be there yet, but it's worth knowing that's where the road leads if you stay committed to growing through every level. So here's the question Maxwell wants you to sit with, and I want you to sit with too. What level are you on? And with each person that you lead, not in general, with each specific person, because here's the thing. You may be at level 3 with your customer, level 2 with a new teammate, level 4 with someone that you've been mentoring for 2 years, and still at level 1 with someone that you've never taken the time to connect with. Leadership isn't a blanket status. It's relational, it's specific, and it's always a work in progress. So this week, write down the names of the people that you work with, the people that you lead, that you influence or interact with regularly, and honestly ask yourself, what level am I on with this person? And what would it take to move up one level? That's the work. That's how you grow. Not by chasing the next title, but by deepening your leadership with the people already around you. All right, that's a wrap on this episode of Beyond the Badge. If this episode hit home for you, share it with a fellow cleared professional who's trying to figure out where they are in their leadership journey, because this stuff matters. And a lot of people in our community never get exposed to it. Connect with me on LinkedIn, follow us on YouTube, and catch us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Just search Beyond the Badge there. I'll see you next time.